I was born and raised an orphan in a land that once was free, in a land that brought its love out on the moon. And I grew up in the shadows of your silos filled with grain, but you never helped to fill my empty spoon. And when I was 10, you murdered law with courtroom politics, and you learned to make a lie sound just like truth. But I know you better now, and I don't fault you for your tricks, but you've lost the one advantage of my youth. This is the part that Tyler didn't like. You killed a black man at midnight just for talking to your daughter. Then you made his wife your mistress, and you leave her without water. And the sheet you wear upon your face is the sheet your children sleep on. You say a prayer at every meal. You don't believe, but still you keep on. And your money says in God we trust, but it's against the law to pray in school. You say we beat the Russians to the moon, and I say you starved your children to do it. We are far across the ocean in a war that's not our own. And while we're winning theirs, we're gonna lose the one at home. Do we really think the only way to bring about the peace is to sacrifice the children? Okay, now think about this. This is a man that's in his 20s, and he understands stuff of wisdom that's unbelievably wise, like this, like abortion happens because of preservation. We abort the spirit of Milk, that spirit. If you only see it in abortion, but you don't see it in the preservation of your life, it doesn't mean that every war is not just, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about sacrificing your children to kill all your enemies to preserve your own future. It's the same spirit. I'm not talking about whether somebody volunteered or they didn't volunteer. That's garbage. That's the religious crap that we're in. I'm talking about that spirit that says, well, we don't want this to come here, so we will sacrifice our children to preserve us. Well, how different is that? How do you go to somebody that's pro-choice and tell them, don't abort your child to preserve your own life? Don't sacrifice your child to preserve your own life. So that's powerful that he got that. We are far across the ocean in a war that's not our own. And while we're winning theirs, we're gonna lose the one at home. Do you really think the only way to bring about the peace is to sacrifice your children and kill all our enemies? I love this part. Everybody can love this part. The politicians all make speeches, and the newsmen all take notes, and they exaggerate the issues as they shove it down our throats. Do you really think the only way? No. Do you really think? How does it go again? Oh yeah, do you really think it's up to them whether this country sinks or floats? Well, I wonder who would lead us if none of us would vote. That's a hard question. Have you thought about that one? And your money says in God we trust, but it's against the law to pray in school. You say we beat the Russians to the moon, and I see you starve your children to do it. You say all men are equal and all men are brothers. Then why are the rich more equal than others? Don't ask me for the answer, I've only got one. A man leaves his darkness when he follows the sun. Jesus, we want to follow you. Jesus, we want to follow you. Jesus, we want to follow you. Jesus, oh, we want to follow you. Follow